So the stock market is closed, but the portfolio never sleeps. Let me know how you guys are handling your day off from the stock market. So like I said, today the stock market is actually closed for President's Day, and what I typically do on Monday, if you're already subscribed to the channel, you know all this stuff, but I post an update to the Robinhood Challenge. If you don't know what the Robinhood Challenge is, I take $100 every single week and I incrementally invest that into the stock market, and I talk about my tips, my tricks, my insight, why I make each move, just so you have an idea of my investment style. So obviously I can't report that today, but I have an exciting video coming out Wednesday that's gonna be covering my moves, and that's gonna be one that you guys definitely wanna stay tuned for. I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. One of my most recent videos talked about my dividend addiction, and a lot of people from the community came together and expressed a similar sort of feeling, so it was really funny to see all that happen. And here was one comment that really stuck out to me. If I could have dividends mainlined into my blood, I would. And I just thought that was so funny. I still chuckle at it right now. So because I can't really talk much about my moves this week, obviously I haven't made any, what I wanted to do was give you guys a breakdown of my $5,000 Robinhood portfolio and just talk about how it came to be and how it's going to continue to progress in the future. Now, before I get too far into the video, I wanted to just point out that I actually did get another user to sign up using my referral code, and I wanted to cover what stock I received from that. So getting into it, you can see there's 3 that are displayed. If you haven't seen this before, I posted my last video. I'm gonna go ahead and select the one on the right, and then all you need to do is scratch it off. It works like a scratch ticket. You can see I got a share of Catalyst Pharmaceuticals, and if you let go, it is worth $4.77. So that's exactly how that works if you've never seen it before. And what that does is actually go into my portfolio, so it helps me out a little bit. I can't sell it for 3 days, but after 3 days, I typically sell any of these referrals that I have been getting. And I think this past week I got 2, so that's pretty cool to see. All right, so let's just jump right to the home screen of Robinhood, where we can cover some of the things that's been going on recently. Now you can see on Friday, we went up $15.11. Over the past week, we ended up going up $24.72. That's great because it looked like it was going to be a red week, but we ended up positive slightly. Now, over the past month, we've made $52.71. I'd like to see that be higher, but there was just some really weird fluctuations going on. Over the past 3 months, we're up $176.49. Now, the duration of this Robinhood challenge, right now, we are up over $330. I'm so happy with that return so far. And getting into what it's all about, what I'm doing with this portfolio, you can go into the histories, click on show more, and then you can access your dividends that are coming in. So obviously these are all the dividends that I have been coming in. They've been coming in for a while, and it's really starting to add up. And what I do with these dividend payments is just reinvest it back into my portfolio, into the stocks that are really going to be there for the long haul and that are going to help grow my portfolio exponentially. So right now, if I just scroll through my investments, you can see that I have a lot of different ones for such a small portfolio. And the reason being for that is I started off investing in individual stocks that I saw a good opportunity to buy in at, and the prices have gone up for those, so I've been doing really well off those returns. And more recently, I started getting into ETF investing for diversification. So with the stock market being closed, and today I have the day off of work, I've been getting a lot done. What do you guys do in your time off? Right now, I've done my laundry, I went grocery shopping, and I'm finally meal prepping for the week so I don't have to worry about it all week long. So check it out, I got this nice turkey chili here, and it is just about done, and is one of my favorite meals to have throughout the week. Now let me just talk about one of the most important things when it comes to investing to actually start making money. Now when you first start investing, you might be of the mindset of thinking, you know, you don't have to put too much money into the stock market to get a decent return. You're very, very wrong with that. What I've seen is the longer term investor you are, the more success you're going to see, especially if you're new to investing and you don't really know much about it. If you can structure and learn real quickly that the long term is so much easier to attain and so much easier to achieve, then that's something that you want to pick up on as quickly as you possibly can, because your portfolio is going to be so much better off than what it would look like if you were trying to day trade at the beginning, just like mine. Mine was having huge fluctuations. I'm talking thousands of dollars. So it was really interesting. Once I started to hone in on my investment strategy, I finally was able to start making some consistent returns. What I've learned is that aggressively funding my portfolio is definitely the move for me. What's very important if you're new to investing is to pay off any debts that you have. So if you look at someone like me investing, I actually don't have a car payment, I don't have a house payment, I do have rent obviously, but that's really not too bad. And I'm working a 9-to-5 job, so I'm getting this income that basically I need to do something with, and investing is the choice for me. Now, if you look at me, one thing that sticks out is the consistency at which I'm able to invest. So I don't only invest in this Robinhood account, which a lot of you actually are thinking. I have a 401k and I have a Roth IRA as well. So I'm all over the board when it comes to investing, and it's really, really something that I'm I'm very interested in. I do feel like I have that dividend addiction that I was talking about. Anytime that I can put money away, it's like, I don't know, some sort of pheromone or whatever it's called just runs through me and I get super excited. I'd rather buy a stock than say a new game. And that's just something that I think is really, really great when it comes to investing in it. And it makes me feel good anytime I know I'm putting money away that is going to grow exponentially for the future. It just makes me feel a little bit better. But I think that consistency is what differs me from a lot of different starting investors or many different investors out there, is that I just consistently put money in. I dollar cost average no matter what. I have it set to automatic deposit, so I don't even need to think about it. It just puts the money into the stock market, and then from there it's out of my hands. You know, the stock could go up, the stock could go down, but what I focus on are those dividends and long term. So even if it does go down, even if the stock market crashes, I'm still going to be getting $100 every single week. And what that's going to do, dollar cost average, eliminate some of those negative returns that I would be getting and start to average down. And then as the price starts going back up for the stock market, the prices of the stocks I'm invested in will go back up, and ultimately I'll be positive and can make a lot of money from that. So where a lot of people are scared, and some people have been commenting, you know, how can you even be investing right now? It's very uncomfortable. And yes, it is uncomfortable, but you know, timing the market is extremely hard and most people cannot do it to any sort of level. So what I want to do is not really think too much about where the market's at now and think about the long-term future. So the interesting thing is I'm structuring my portfolio right now sort of for a crash anyways. So that way, if the stock market does crash, it kind of just helps stop the bleeding. It puts a little patch on because I'm not invested in these highly volatile stocks. I mean, if you look at my portfolio, I'll just scroll through it real quick so you guys can see it. These are all well-known companies. I'm sure you know most of these, and even the ETFs I'm investing in are very, very solid. My favorite right now is SPHD. So let me just click into that and talk about that real quick. SPHD is one that I'm going to link the video that I first invested in it. So it talks really, really into depth about it. But SPHD, what it is a high dividend paying but low volatility focused ETF. So what you're gonna see is that this is, you know, maybe the price of the ETF doesn't actually move that much, but you're getting monthly dividends on it, and that's the exact type of thing that I wanna see. One of the main reasons why I think I'm seeing some stock market success is because I started straying away from the mentality that I could be a day trader, that I could be an effective swing trader or any of those other investment styles out there. And now I focus on the long term, as I've said several times throughout this video, and learning that was the most important thing for me, because when I was getting burned at the beginning, I wasn't really thinking too much about it. My emotions were getting to me. Every single trade I made, I was either too greedy or not worried enough about how the stock was performing, and I was going in penny stocks left and right. So that is something you definitely want to stay away from. I can tell you from firsthand experience, the quicker you learn that, the more success that you're going to have on the stock market. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible to do those things, because there are people out there that can do it, but for someone like me, I'm just your typical average guy. I work a 9-to-5 job. I don't really have the time and energy to put into investing like that. Now, obviously I have a passion for investing and I love investing. As you can see, I made over 100 videos on investing and the Robinhood app. But the main thing is I'm able to keep my emotions in check and not really worry about my investing. And that has proved to be highly more efficient for me. Now, why is a plan so important when it comes to investing? Well, let's look at my good friend, Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin said, by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. So really sit down, let that resonate with you just a little bit. If you are ill-prepared and you just go in without a plan, how do you know what's going to happen? How do you know what achieves success? What's going to hit those milestones for you? Having a plan is super important, especially when it comes to investing. Getting back to the top of the home screen, you can see my cash right now is currently sitting at $1,020.34. So I have a buying power of a little bit over $1,000 right now. And in my next video, I'm going to be talking about how I would choose to invest $1,000 if I was just getting started into the stock market with not a lot of knowledge, but something that I had for a plan, you know, being a long-term investor. So if you guys want to see how I'm going to be handling my money, how I'm going to be handling that $1,000, then definitely stay tuned. Make sure that you're subscribed with that bell notification on, because you're not going to want to miss that video. And anyways, guys, that is all I really do have for you in this video here today. If you did take anything away from it at all, make sure you leave a like. It really means a lot to me. It helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Even the comments you guys leave, it's really been supportive and great. We recently hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, so hopefully we can just continue this growth and continue propelling ourselves into the future. If you want to look at another video on my channel, you might want to check out the 20 stocks that I currently hold in my portfolio. I'll put that linked on the left-hand side of the screen. And other than that, guys, I hope you all have a great day. Thank you for checking out the video.